The Senate is poised to vote before the end of the year on the First Step Act. It's a criminal justice reform bill that has the support of President Trump and lawmakers from both parties. Our Washington correspondent Alexander Limon reports.
Conservative lawmakers are fighting each other over whether the criminal justice reform bill gives people a second chance or a get-out-of-jail-free card. Senator Mike Lee of Utah says low-level offenders are warehoused for decades in jails and prisons.
It hurts everyone, and it leads to an increased crime rate, making Americans less safe rather than more.
Yeah, what started as an effort to stop recidivism, to help prisoners get on their feet and not remain a menace to society when they pay their debts to society, has now turned into a sentencing reduction bill.
The First Step Act would give certain offenders credit for good behavior. Then they could serve out portions of their sentences in halfway houses or in home confinement. The bill would also restrict mandatory minimum sentences and eliminate the 3 strikes law for certain offenses. Supporters of the bill say most inmates are eventually released and half will end up behind bars again. This bill requires participation in job and life skill programs to break that cycle. Former Virginia Attorney General Ken Cuccinelli says he's certain the First Step Act would make America safer.
It will lower crime. How do we know it will lower crime? Because we're using methods that have already been tried in states and have worked.
Supporters say it's time for the federal government to catch up. In Washington, Alexandra Limon, WZDX News.